What's going on, everyone? LA Sports back with another video. And in this video, I'm going to be going over some of the potential trade targets for the Toronto Maple Leafs as we approach the April 12th trade deadline. Just a reminder, guys, please like the video, subscribe to the channel if you are new, and I just made an Instagram account for LA Sports. Follow it, please, right now at la.sports_. I'll be very, very happy if you guys would follow that and subscribe and like the video. Let's get right into it. All right, guys, so the first potential trade target I'm going to go over is David Savard from Columbus. He's the defenseman over in Columbus. He is 30 years of age. He is on an expiring contract, so he's going to be a UFA at the end of the season. And his cap hit for this year is $4.25 million. I'm sure we can get Columbus to eat some of it, but that's just the first, the guy that comes to mind first on the back end. I know there's lots of talk of Mattias Ekholm, but the asking price is just way too high. So it's going to be a cheaper option in David Savard. He's got some size. He's very physical at 6'3", 230. So this is a very, very good potential player. And then he's going to be a UFA this year, so you can, weigh in all your options, whether you want to bring him back. It'll probably be cheaper than $4.25 million, or you could let him walk. So that's the first potential trade target for the Toronto Maple Leafs on the back end. All right, guys, the next player the Leafs could potentially bring in is the Anaheim Ducks winger, Ricardo Corral. He is not on an expiring contract. He's a UFA at the end of next year, so he's under contract for this year and the next, and $3.789 million per year. So he's obviously a very, very good player for that price. He's 27 years of age. Just to take a look at some of his numbers for the season, he's got 7 goals, 15 assists, which is 22 points over 36 games on a pretty bad Anaheim team. So if you can bring in Raquel, he slides right into your top 6. And I think he flows really well with either Mitch Marner, Austin Matthews, or William Nylander and John Tavares. So Ricardo Corral could be a very, very good option. Again, he's a cheaper player. He's not super expensive at $3.7 million, and he's under contract for an additional year. The only thing you would have to worry about with him having another year on his deal is he could potentially be picked up by Seattle in the expansion draft, or you could protect him. So I really, really like this. He's one of my favorites. You wouldn't require Anaheim to take really any salary cap retain, but they could if you give them a little extra value. So Ricardo Corral is number 2 on the trade targets for the Leafs. All right, guys, the next potential trade target for the Toronto Maple Leafs is Buffalo left winger Taylor Hall. Taylor Hall's $8 million this year. He's got 18 points in 34 games, just 2 goals. He's 29 years old. He's a UFA after this year. So the $8 million is very, very glaring, but Buffalo would have to retain half. Or if it's not Buffalo, it's another team, but I don't see why Buffalo would be against it. They would get an extra draft pick, I would think. His value may be a little bit high. That's the only concern with Taylor Hall. And then he is a free agent after this year, so it could be a rental, although Kyle Dubas said he is willing to trade prospects for rentals. Taylor Hall is not producing at the highest level. I'd rather have Ricardo Corral than Taylor Hall, but this is just another option for the Toronto Maple Leafs. All right, guys, the last thing I'm going to talk about in this video is the goaltending situation for the Toronto Maple Leafs. I'm not necessarily going to give a name that they could trade for, because I don't think it is, you need to make a trade for a goaltender, but I think they definitely need to sort out the situation. Are you going to go along with Frederik Andersen, or are you going to deal him off? He's, of course, a unrestricted free agent this summer, so lots of question marks for the Leafs in goal, and I think that by the trade deadline, they have to know this is what we're doing, this is the plan moving forward. Jack Campbell's been great for us. He hasn't lost a game for Toronto. I think he's 6-0-0 this season, but he's just not going to win your playoff series and take you deep into the playoffs. So I think the Toronto Maple Leafs must figure out the goaltending situation by April 12th. All right, guys, that's all I got in this video. Please remember to like the video and subscribe to the channel for more NHL, NBA, MLB, and NFL content. And please follow the new Instagram account at la.sports_. Would be very much appreciated. We'll see you guys in the next video.